What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI Collector's Edition here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends 2-pack for Gladiator and Deathbird. Obviously, we're all here for Deathbird, but if I'm not at 1,000 subscribers and you want to help me get there and maybe even win yourself another hostage figure pack in the form of the Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment with the hashtag GiveMePsyLocke, and I will put you in the draw when the 1,000 subscriber goal is reached. So as I mentioned, this is part of a 2-pack with Deathbird, and this seems to be the new trend for Marvel Legends. I think instead of getting the builder figures, we're now going to get these 2-packs where there's a character that most people probably would never want to get. And not that there's anything wrong with this Gladiator figure, but just in terms of the popularity, not that Deathbird's the most popular either, but that figure is just exceptional, and you know, people are very excited for it to pair it with Lilandra. So we're going to start here with Gladiator. He is a fairly iconic character from the X-Men cartoons. Like, isn't he in the opening credits of the show when the Brotherhood and the X-Men are like running to smash in the middle? Maybe not, I don't know, but I feel like I've seen him in the old X-Men cartoon back in the early 90s quite a bit, and I mean, I'm kind of happy to have him in my collection, but again, he's just a very forgettable character in my opinion. I haven't read a lot of the comics. I've only sort of seen him in the animated series and then obviously in the reboot, and he's never done anything that really impressed me that much. But I am impressed with the aesthetics of this figure. The red, yellow, and blue really go well together when you combine with the purple complexion of his skin as well, and the red glowing eyes, and the big yellow accents on the cape as well really make it stand out. The big collar on his cape, you know, he's a cool dude. He's Danny Zuko. If Danny Zuko was a purple alien, nobody gave a shit about. And even though this is a rubber molded cape, I don't think it inhibits the articulation much at all. So there are no complaints about the cape, and I am somebody that doesn't mind complaining about a cape, because some of them have been terrible. Talking to you, Emma Frost. So as you can see here, the cape can also assist in some posing as well. So I feel like this cape is actually a pretty decent feature for this figure. We've got two head sculpts on it. One of them looks like he's a bit of a sourpuss. Looks like he's been sent to bed without dessert and he's not happy about it. And then the other one is, I'm guessing, half an hour before when he's having an absolute furious toddler tantrum. But they're both really great head sculpts. They both certainly look like what they're trying to depict. And I like the way that this figure looks. The facial scan quality of Marvel Legends in general lately has really been a step up. Comes with a couple of hands, couple of open hands, couple of fists, couple of heads as well. That's basically it for this guy. And the articulation is okay, it's pretty standard. There's no butterfly joints on it or anything like that, but again, I don't know if this is the kind of character that you want to invest a whole bunch of butterfly joint money into, especially when you've got Deathbird needing a lot of that budget for all of her pipes and features that we got with her. But overall, I think this is a pretty visually appealing figure. It certainly doesn't look bad, and there's no egregious issues with the articulation or anything like that. There's really nothing bad that you can say about it. And I'm just going to assume that that's the same thing that you would say about the character. He's not bad, but nobody is buying a Marvel's Gladiator comic anytime soon. So do you think one day Charles Xavier said, "Good people of Earth, I would like to introduce you to my side piece from space, Lilandra. Such a beautiful name. And her sister, Deathbird." Yes, Deathbird is here, and I was really keen for this. I love the character from the X-Men 97 series in particular. The aesthetic of this character looks great. The head sculpt on this is just off the page. As mentioned before, much in the vein of Psylocke and Thanos, Deathbird is the hostage figure in this 2-pack, and definitely the thing that I think most people are buying this 2-pack for. But the purple and mauve color scheme is just really, really nice. It looks stunning. And with all the different types of paint finishes on this figure. They did a really good job of getting a whole bunch of detail out of something that is essentially one color. The silver tubing that is connected to her gauntlets are actually connected directly into the back in this very sort of aesthetically accurate sort of way with these silver bolts. I don't really want to try and mess around with seeing if these things come off or whether or not the gauntlets come off or anything, because I love Deathbird. I think she got dealt a harsh fucking deal when she got named Deathbird and her sister got named Lilandra, and I'm not going to besmirch her by ripping all her tubes out by accident. Her articulation is fairly limited. There's no butterfly joints and there's no waist swivel or anything like that. But the fact that she's got flat feet really makes the posing a lot easier to do rather than the high heels. I don't know if that's what the character wears in the proper comics or anything like that, but just saying they did do a decent job of making this posable. The cape isn't too bad. It actually sort of stays in place quite well and it does support some dynamic poses. I don't find it to be too rigid or unforgiving, but it really is a nice addition to it. Obviously, I would love to have a different cape that's got a bit more width to it, but it's not easy to make these pieces, and I am happy with the cape that we got for her. But let's talk about the head sculpt on this. I mean, it looks absolutely mental. The demonic laughing expression on there, the whites of the eyes and the whites of the teeth, the paint app on it all looks just tremendous, and I am just so blown away by the energy and the personality that they've got in this head sculpt. I would have liked a second head sculpt. Why not? They did this one so well, but I'm really happy with the one that we got. I will say that the crown that she's got on her head, I do wish that looked a little bit more metallic. It does look a little bit too plastic in my opinion, but she's got that wild Wolverine-like hair, or that bird wing hair that she's got. And again, Hasbro have just knocked it out of the park with this. One thing it is lacking though is extra accessories. Even though we didn't get an extra head sculpt, we also didn't get any additional hands or weapons for Deathbird. Where is her javelin that can explode people? That's what I want to know. I had to go into my my chest of bits and get the Shredder's spear from the NECA Ninja Turtles shredder so I could give it to Deathbird so she can go and cause all the death that you know that she wants to cause and then fly away like a majestic bird. Overall, I think it's a really visually impressive figure with the lack of accessories aside, and it's going to pair great with Lilandra that came in the Werewolf Wolverine 2-pack. And you know Charles Xavier can't be too far behind. If Lilandra's there, Xavier is making plans to drive his wheelchair across the universe to go hang out. But did Deathbird and Gladiator pass the Tarantino test?
Tarantino test.
This is the part of the video where I talk about the feet of the action figure because I think it's the most important part when it comes to posing. You need good feet to get good poses, and that's just the end of the conversation. With these two figures here, they both pass. I mean, Gladiator has got your typical big flat, big guy Marvel Legend feet that do the job perfectly fine. And Deathbird didn't come with any high-heeled feet or anything like that. So her combined with her cape, in fact, both of them combined with their capes, make them very posable, and Quentin Tarantino has never been happier. That is
Tarantino test.
But let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the 2-pack of Deathbird and Marvel's Gladiator. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if I'm not at 1,000 subscribers when you're watching this, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, hashtag give me Psylocke. I will put you in the draw when I hit 1,000 subscribers and give away a Psylocke featuring Thanos 2-pack. Thank you for watching this review, and as always everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your figs, ta-ta, and farewell.